looks.
I think you guys stand a far better chance of anybody in the stands throwing it. So.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but we do have car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
We're talking hundreds.
So enough for a new toy house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simpler than playtime.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice bat has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people?
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be.
Sorry.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are
Irricana Club, Team Johnson.
for 50. So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Sorry, sweetie, but we do have car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
We're talking hundreds.
So enough for a new toy house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simpler than playtime.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Grassroots curling throughout Alberta, as well as here at the Curling Club. So you'll see there's a booth out there and there's people with vests and stuff. I see our ice maker, Darren Mullings up there, getting us a good ice surface. Each draw,
It said Rimby on the bottom instead of Stettler there. On the feed, it came up as, it said Rimby, Alberta.
This evening after the last draw, Toby Moss will be sitting up there and entertaining everyone.
No, like the screen came up and then it like saying the town, it just said Rimby, Alberta for like 20 seconds on the bottom.
I always want to show off for the kids. Good gentlemen. Don't do this when it's just adults. Let's get her done. Yes, I do.
Hey everybody, welcome to day 2 of the 2025 Boston Pizza Cup. Early morning here in Stettler. Hopefully we got a couple good games here to watch. Bunch of school kids here today. 5 different schools. Botha School, Christ King, Erskine, Stettler Elementary, and the Big Valley School kids are here to watch some curling this morning instead of being in school, so that's good for them.
Yeah, great to see lots of young kids excited for the curling.
Yeah, Yeah, we actually had a business in town, Future Egg. They're the Kiist dealership in town. They put up just over $2,000 to buy kids tickets for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so kids could come for free from their schools.
That's awesome. Holy.
Easy down. Easy down. Yep. Bumper. Yep. Bumper. Hard. Hard. Yep. Bump. Hard, Noah. Hard. Right up. Clean. Clean. Good. 11-0 or 11-1. A little down. That's 11.
Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a simple first end here. Both teams trying to bank a little bit of time and get the feel for the morning draw, the morning ice.
Are you a corner or winger?
Not sure if that guy was inside a little bit or if it's curling more today, but
okay, let's make it.
Flash is the takeout.
Yeah, not quite what we would have wanted. Gives Team Kiist here a chance to split the rings and
I just had tight. Pass here.
try and force Team Johnson's hand here.
All you gotta go tight. Hard, keep it moving. Get it in. Hard. 5-4, go, go, go. You got it. Fighter's good. Good shoot, guys. Sorry about that. Good. I figured if I missed light.
With a nice draw there from Rhett Whitmire.
Yep.
Team Johnson, one of the elder teams of the group, they've been playing together, some of them longer than some of these other guys have been alive.
Okay, Noah. You got this. Throw a gooder.
Yeah, a lot of experience under the belt there. It's going to have to be something that Ben and his team are going to have to watch out for, as they've been here, they've done that, so can't count them out. 2 early misses from the Johnson team, though, so a little uncharacteristic for them.
Yep, back it up. High!
Looks like the ice might be a little more swingy than it was yesterday.
Okay, look over and off.
Yeah, after having a few draws under the belt, might break in just a little bit more, and like you said, get that little extra swing.
Forgot his glasses. 6-1.
That corner's just gonna over curl on Noah there.
Get on down there, pal. 6-1 on that. It was covered enough. Yeah.
Russ Jennings looking to throw now for the Johnson team.
Yep.
With you being there, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there's only 2 draws on the ice this morning.
Yeah, there's only 2 on sheet B. We have Jamie King versus Humke, and Johnson and Kiist on this sheet C that we're featuring.
Easy down. Yep. Okay, easy. Easy. Weight's good. Hard. Yep. Weight's good. Hard turn. Little down.
It's going to make it interesting without having a game on the other sheet. It always kind of changes the ice conditions. You might see one sheet or one side of the sheet be a little quicker than the other, but both teams, I'm sure, are prepared for that, and I'll keep an eye out for it.
Quiet control. Okay.
Having not as many people in the building right now as of last night in the afternoon might change it a bit too.
Yeah, a little bit of a colder temperature. Usually when you see the colder temperature, it might be a hair slower, a hair straighter, but we've seen no lack of curl this morning. So props to Darren Molding and the ice team.
Girl.
Yeah, Darren and his team have been working diligently all week since last Thursday to get this ice in the nice condition that it's in right now.
A little bit of an undercurl there, going to allow Ben's team to hit the stone here and stay split.
What's that? That one didn't curl as much.
Down. Close. Close. Yep. Close.
Air light. Hard. Air light. Hard, Red. Easy down. Hard, Red. Bring it up.
Hard.
Easy down. Hard.
Hard.
Hard, Red.
See Rhett Whitmire going hard on this one. Might be getting a little more curl than they were thinking, but
10-9.
gonna bonk it and just stick around the back four there.
You didn't do anything.
Lyle Kent with his second shot now, trying to come down and take out that yellow that was just thrown. Looks to be a little wide. Hopefully it comes back here.
Curl. Curl. Okay.
One thing I've noticed watching practice in the first games yesterday is the houses are sure lively.
like
It
this,
doesn't take much
actually.
of a bump on a rock to push it out.
I'm not sure what to throw here.
Yeah, these events are always fun to play in because with the arena ice, houses are lively and the stones are lively. So a lot of opportunity to make some great shots, and it's easy to make the lots of granite moves. So you never know what you're gonna get. The end's never over till that last rock.
I liked it.
Top 12.
I liked it. Clean.
Top 8.
Not gonna hurt it.
All got trying to split the house again now for Team Kiist.
Mine's good. Broom.
T.
Broom. Running.
Weight's good.
Running. Okay. Curl if you can.
Seeing the big Boston Pizza logo allows me to bring in our title sponsor. For more than 50 years, Boston Pizza has had a proud history of participating and giving back to communities in which we live and operate their restaurants. The Boston Pizza restaurants of Northern Alberta understand the value of being involved in the community. Boston Pizza is honored to be involved and support the community where it needs it the most. They know the strength that is required for the community to host events such as the Boston Pizza Cup, and thank Hint Stettler for having the same passion for curling that they do. On behalf of Curling Alberta, they thank the Boston Pizza we thank the Boston Pizza franchises for being a supporter of curling in Alberta, and they're always eager to find ways to help grow the game with us at Curling Alberta. So a big shout out, and 50 years, I think that's older than all the Kiist members combined.
Yeah, probably.
Easy. 10-5. Just good to be a touch up, if anything.
Hair down's okay with a good set.
I agree.
This isn't mid-ice, so.
All right, Ben.
Lots of house.
Throw it to make it.
Yeah, these Kiist guys, although young, are also one you can't count out. We play them on the U20 tour regularly, and they're one, if not the top team. So always a good game when they're on the ice.
Whoa. Easy down. Clean. Easy down. Whoa. Curl. Little down. Curl.
10-7.
Curl.
10-7.
Clean. Straight. You got her. Good. Over, Ben.
Really nice hit from Ben there to keep the stones spread out and keep that deuce alive.
Johnson's got a decision here. Does he want to try and hit and roll to get behind the yellow guard, or no? It looks like he's going to hit, not try to draw down to it.
Both teams playing pretty well this morning. Just a couple misses on the Johnson rink to put them in a little bit of trouble, but for an early game. Seems that both teams are awake and ready to go.
Johnson with a bit of a bullet to try and get the roll all the way across the house, but it doesn't move over enough. Leaves it open for a chance for two.
I think a touchdown. I like that same kind of thing. I don't like any less, but yeah. You got her. Throw it on.
Alrighty. Ben Kiist, last stone in the end. Chance to clench his deuce in the first.
Clean. Easy. Clean. Easy. Whoa. Easy. Clean. Easy. Curl. Clean.
Leaning all the way down the sheet, really liking the throw.
Curl a little.
Looks like it's going to curl up and hit it right on the nose for his deuce.
Alrighty, that's going to bring us to Kiist is going to be 2-0 after the first end. We'll be back after a few short commercials.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Bat has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to end number 2 action here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. After a big 2 put up by Ben Kiist in the first end, we might be able to see a little more action in the upcoming end. Strong start for Team Kiist, Kent.
Yeah, they're looking good this morning. They must not have been out too late last night. While this end's getting set up, I'd just like to... My name's Kent McKenzie. I'm the president of the Irricana Curling Club, and it's a great opportunity for our club to have this event come to Stettler and Curling Alberta, be able to trust us to put this on. We're installing a new plant this summer, so proceeds from this are going to go help to pay for that. And just thanks to any of the volunteers or people listening that helped get this thing underway. Ralph Kamlaw, you did a great job this week. Thank you very much.
I got a 6-3 on that.
Yeah, I was talking to my friends there at Curling Alberta, and they said you guys have been one of the most eager and most fun host committees to
Yeah.
put
About
on an
5 or
event
16.
with, and
Smidge more.
I've been hearing all good things. So
You got it. They're gonna.
props
That's
to
what
you
we-
guys.
That's what we like to hear. As I said in my speech Tuesday night, there isn't a party like an Erskine party.
Hair tight. Top 8. Hair tight. Top 4 line only. Yep. Weight's good. Top 8. Top 4. Line's good. Top 4.
Kiist coming down, trying to get one behind cover to match their one out in the open. Looks a little heavy.
T back 4. Just top 8. Just top 8. Oh, we can't.
Yeah, running a little more than they would have liked it. Might grab some late curl here, but
Heads up. What I did. We only swept it for line. Okay. 4-4. Yeah.
14-6.
a little bit of a miss from the Kiist team there is going to open up the door for the Johnson rink here. Allow for a nice little come around.
I got all the way to the back one right now.
Yeah. It's coming down.
Whoa. Straight. Yep. Hard.
Really nice weight here, but it's got to get around the guards.
Yeah.
Just going to rub and roll, but still in a good spot. A usable stone for the Johnson rink.
We can sweep it. You got it. And then you threw 4-4. So we're good one. Yeah. Hair tight again. Top 4. Yep.
No lack of confidence here. We see Ben coming in for another come around. He's sitting 1-2 and trying to really put the pressure onto Team Johnson here.
Top 12. Read up.
Should have a really good idea of the speed as they just threw this path. We see Rhett Whitmire and Terran got really working hard to get this stone in.
Attaboy, Noah. Really good.
Excellent scrub by the Kiist team to get that one right behind cover.
I like how he goes. Lots of
Awesome team shot there from the thrower to the line call into the sweepers.
Go Peel.
Gonna see Rob have a little bit of needs a little bit of housekeeping here as there's a lot of yellows in good spots.
One thing I did notice yesterday from Johnson's 2 games is that they are not afraid to have rocks in play. There was a game yesterday, they think they had almost every rock in play 2 or 3 ends in a row.
I like to hear that. It means lots for us to talk about.
Johnson team tried to run a guard in there and flashed it wide, but still managed to catch a yellow in the house to get rid of one Kiist rock.
Guard. Yeah. Think tight guard. He'll make it. Throw a good return.
Yeah, it might not have been a plan B or C, but you know what? It's one that you're going to take. Any less keystones in the house right now are
Weight's good.
helping you.
T. Big ad. Yep.
See if they can follow that same path down in here and replace the one they just got taken out.
We're light. We're 3.
You got nothing.
Halfway.
Yeah, we're 2-3.
Yeah, we don't have anything. Curl it if you can.
Looks like they might have been a little light. I don't know if they were trying to throw a guard there or...
Yeah, I think they were trying to come in again, but being that little bit light, and especially on arena ice, it's gonna cost you. So
He's our draw specialist.
a little opening here for Rob Johnson and his team.
Yeah, bag 8 maybe.
For anyone that's up early on this morning, come on down to the rink and watch some curling, or come on out this afternoon and this evening. It's a little warmer than outside in the rink today.
Yeah, not only that, you got great curling on, and I believe there's lots to be done in the social lounge.
Yeah, that's correct. Tonight we are having Toby Voss come in and sing for us. She was a country western performer for a while. Now she just plays a few little shows a year. Tomorrow night we have Kent Nixon playing. He was part of a band called Renegade Station that's out of the Stettler area. Very good as well. And then Saturday night we have the Boss Hill Band from Stettler rocking out to old rock and roll and some new hits as well.
Lots of fun to be had and lots of curling to watch. Like you said, if you're in the area, go down and check out some curling. And you know what? Maybe if you're not in the area, but you want to come up for the weekend, tickets are available online or at the door. And it kind of brings me into our second end sponsor here, Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the proud accommodation partner of Curling Alberta. Best Western Hotels and Resorts is an award-winning global network of hotels located in over 100 countries and territories that offer accommodations for all types of travelers. Best Western is Curling Alberta's preferred accommodation partner and has been a proud partner for curling for about 20 years. We'd like to say thank you for Best Western Resorts for always providing our curlers with a home away from home while they're on the road throughout the long season.
It's real tough. I just got half, but it's cut in there.
Here? Freeze. Top 8, top 12.
So like he said earlier, not afraid to get a lot of rocks in play. So lots of thinking to be done on both rigs here. Johnson is shot right now, but not super good positions for the team.
If you can get this red to come in and tap his own red closer to the button, roll off a little bit, he'd be in pretty good shape, but it looks like a little heavy and sticking out.
Yeah, go now, hard.
Yeah, that little bit heavy, just going to hang that little bit straight, but comes in at the end there. Going to stick on for shot stone and a little roll in front of the yellow there.
Yeah, I got 14-3.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
That's good out there.
Like, try and throw that back 8 weights I threw, like 14-5.
I iced you there, you were here.
No,
especially how close they are. So I'm thinking
can't get rid of it.
Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a tap here from Ben Kiist, trying to get a yellow buried under that center red and put some pressure onto the Johnson rig.
Like the same 14-4 back 8.
Yeah, a little rub and roll.
Yeah,
I like that. Is the miss?
Case it over curls and we get the split.
I like that.
They're shot 1 at the moment, so.
I was gonna say nose on that red isn't bad either.
Yeah. 14-5. Yeah, close to that.
Something like that.
Game speed here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you back full.
You got her, Ben. Little more. Air tight. Back 12. Lean. Yup.
Ben's first of the second.
Back 8. Hard. Back 8. Hard.
A little bit early going as the Rock seems to want to go early.
Back 8. Hard. Straights. Back 8.
Big sweep from Noah Masonwood here to
all the way, right
keep
up.
the tap alive.
That works. Does it? Kinda.
That rock showing some of the big curl we were seeing in practice while they were throwing their practice rocks.
Not much set.
They just got us here.
Yeah, once again, a big shout out to Darren Moling and his team. Like he said, there's working really hard, and after seeing the ice surface this week, I'm excited for our U20 provincials in March, as he's going to be the ice maker there, being held in Red Deer. And we even played an event there, and I think anytime I step on his ice, I'm happy. I've never had any complaints.
Yeah, he's been the Iceman in Red Deer for a couple years now, I think, and he just told me the other day that he signed on for another 3 years at the Red Deer Curling Club.
Hack board.
Yep.
Hack.
Johnson, first shot, trying to come down and get rid of some of these yellow rocks.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Good.
Just going to squeak it by the back red. An amazing shot there from Rob Johnson to put a little bit of pressure back on the Kiist team here.
Johnson pulling this end out of the fire a little bit, managing to get himself in a spot where it looks like he could score, where it looked like Kiist was in control of the end for the first half.
Yeah, I keep saying it. Either team, you can't count them out because, well, the thing about curling is it takes one rock to change an end around.
You like that? I like that.
Yeah, you think you're set up and good to go, and all of a sudden you just watch everything slip through your hands like sand.
I like that. Your weight was good on it. Okay. That would have been like back four-ish? I think so, yeah, back four. Okay.
Not to mention all these teams here this week at the Boston Pizza Cup they're those high-level curlers, so you can't leave them anything because more often than not, they're going to make it.
Four. Line's good. Back four. T. Line's good. T. Yep. Yep. T. Yep. T. Line's good. Hard. Back whoa, whoa. Back eight. Whoa. Curl. Weight's good. Curl.
Kiist looking like his draw might hang out a little too far here. See if the sweeper can make it curl enough.
Yeah, Rhett going hard for the curl and just going to rub off the top.
Johnson might be able to come down now and hit his red and get 3 or 4 out of this end.
A good pan of the crowd there. Looks like we even got a sign today.
Yeah, it looks like the Erskine's cool kids are getting a photo opportunity for Future Egg. As I said before, the Future Egg case dealer out of Stettler has put up a couple $1,000s to buy tickets for school kids. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, there's school kids every draw in the morning and the afternoon coming to watch some great curling. So thank you, Future Egg.
Alrighty, Rob Johnson, last stone of the end, trying to sneak in here for his deuce.
Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Whoa, close.
Whoa.
Yep.
Forward.
Whoa.
Forward.
Whoa.
Out there a little far,
Yes,
it's
yes.
not curling, kind of
Yes.
like Kiist shot out there.
Hard, Russ. Hard.
Got some
Oh,
weight
here
to
it
it.
comes now.
Never got off of it.
Oh no.
Unfortunate turn of events are going to knock Kiist in for another one. So it's going to be 3-0 as we go into end number 3 here at the 2025 Curling Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. We'll be right back after a few commercials.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
We are back with some third end action here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. The game is Kiist versus Johnson, and after a little bit of an unfortunate miss in the last end, Kiist is able to run away with the steals. So a big 3 to start off the game. A little bit of a cushion for the Kiist team, and Team Rob Johnson is going to have to go hard for a couple here.
Yeah, and even though it's 1 point stolen, those ends like that where you think you're going to get 2, 3, 4, and you end up giving up 1, it can be kind of a demoralizer for the Johnson team.
Yeah, you're going to want to make sure that you keep the spirits high, and you know what? Things like that happen, and it's on to the next end. I was just looking over at the curling zone, the chat in the curling zone, and it looks like we have a viewer from all the way in Japan. Pretty exciting to see that we have viewers from not only Alberta or Canada watching the Boston Pizza Cup, but from across the world. So
it's an international event now.
Yeah. You know, it's a big shout out to our friends here at Curling Stadium. I believe there's always games going on over on the Curling Zone YouTube channel, and no lack of curling. So they do a great job on providing these live streams for events across Canada. And we're lucky enough to get a front row seat at the commentating booth.
Mason Wood here trying to draw down to the Johnson Rock.
Yeah, Noah, like you said, just trying to draw down there and try to get a good angle on these stones.
While we wait for Jennings to throw his rock here, if you've been watching the commercials in between ends, we've got a lot of great sponsors locally here. I just like to shout out the platinum and gold sponsors right now. Town is Stettler County, and the government of Alberta for platinum sponsors. They all gave us a substantial amount of money to make this event happen. And our gold sponsors, which is the gold boost behind the hacks in the away end, is Crop Management from Stettler, Brant Stettler, Selco Heavy Duty Rentals, and GT Hydraulic out of Stettler.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night with my friend Eric there, and there's a ton of signage in the ice. It's great to see not only that, but then the signs behind the boards of all this support for the curling event. And you know what? Events like this can't happen without the help of those great sponsors. So,
what do they have other
like
than
you
the
said,
red
a huge
run?
shout out to the local sponsors.
That's okay. I don't like the guard. I like the guard. I don't love
He's
that.
trying to figure out if he should maybe run a guard here or come around.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting end brewing here, as not great situations for either team. We see that the Keystone is lined up to the red, but I believe it's going to be hard to get in here and prevent Team Johnson from using that red stone or running something and getting rid of the yellow. So just trying to see what their best option is here to keep that pressure on the Johnson.
Tight! Top 12! Top 12! Gotta go, Taryn! Top 12! Read up! Top 12!
Heavy scrub here by the Kiist team, trying to get around the guard they're trying to come behind, but once again, a little too much curl.
Yeah, too much curl, and it's gonna bump that redstone onto a stagger into the center, which might cause some trouble for Kiist here later at the end as the yellow's open. And I believe if you make contact with that front yellow, that red's going on to the yellow top button there. But
This I don't think's coming in. No, like through the hole. Hit it hard, roll behind the corner. Where are we sitting? Two? Yeah.
see a little bit of a discussion here. They were thinking about just a little hit and roll.
Does our red stay?
Try and get a couple berries or a couple buried and set up for a multiple score here.
Okay, it should be welded on there.
Yep. Yep.
Was he trying to run that yellow back in on those, or just get rid of it?
I think that he was looking at maybe a hit and roll on the yellow in the rings to put that red onto the back yellow and roll buried. And might have just come a little wide.
Flared it out a bit.
But you know what? It's not a bad outcome. Is that rock is now?
That'd be pretty bad.
It's there to be run back later, and something the Kiist team is going to have to worry about here. But we see Taryn Algot getting ready to just draw one in here.
I liked it.
Haven't really been out this wide on this side yet, so it might be a little bit of a guess.
Half. Hair tight. Half. Hard. High. Hard. High.
It's like that rock is really going early. Hard scrub from Noah Masonwood and Brett Whitmire here.
9-2.
Still managed to plug up that hole that Johnson was looking to use.
Yeah, we might see Rob come here and start doing a little bit of cleanup as there's not a lot of great angles here.
Well, Rob's trying to decide what he wants to do here. If you're looking for tickets to Sunday, we are having a Facebook giveaway on our the event page on Facebook, 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. One business in town, Wells Furniture, has a bar top table in the lounge, and they want you, the public, to come and use their tickets for Sunday, the semifinal at 10 and the final at 3. So if you want to participate in that, go to the Facebook page and like and share the post.
Not the outcome that the Johnson team's gonna want here. Just over curled the hair, running that yellow back into the pile and leaving Ben sitting 2 buried. There's still some run back opportunities here for Rob Johnson, which we see Ben talking about, but not. Is there kind of the hard? Oops, sorry.
Even if you tried to play that run back through the hole, you wouldn't make it 1 out of 10 times maybe. And he trying to clear a house out a bit and manages to push it right through the hole.
Yeah, and even that run on that corner is a little hard because with that red right at the top of the, right by the hog line there, kind of covers up the red in the corner there. So might not get enough of it to run that back. So Darren's going to try once again here to come around and take control of the other side of the ring. And we're going to have to see what Rob and his team decide to do. Really nice weight there from Taryn Algot.
Crowd loves me.
And as that rock came into the house, you could see the last ice ad in front of the house is the 50-50 for this event. It's in person and online and is drawn every day. And I believe the lucky winner yesterday took home over $2,600.
Never dragged back enough to catch one in the house, eh?
That is awesome, and even better, we gave you guys a big shout out and talked about how you've been a great host committee, and I believe part of the 50-50 goes to support you guys at the Irricana Curling Club.
Yeah, that's correct. With the online 50-50, we split it with Curling Alberta, so we each get half of the 50 that doesn't get one. And if you're really interested in tickets for that, it's curlingalberta.ca/50-50.
Let's get rid of this.
Yeah, so not only do you have a chance to win a big jackpot, but you are supporting local curling, which kind of a win-win situation there. Yeah, the only catch is you got to be 18 and live in Alberta, but still a great opportunity.
Girl, nope.
Alrighty, we see the Johnson rink here, just trying to clean a little bit of house, open up that middle. That they do.
Kiist will be trying to plug that hole back up again.
Think so.
He'll have a draw. Just dead center.
If you're throwing a tight guard,
Another good draw and a chance to win some money is all week, every game, Brady Armstrong's walking around selling $5 tickets for at the end of every game. Someone gets drawn and they get a chance to draw to the house. And if they get to the button, they get 100% of what's built up in the pot. And then each ring outside is lower, 50, 20, 10%. And Connie Zackley from Delburn last night had the chance to win, and she got her son-in-law, not her son-in-law, Brian Whittemore's son-in-law, to throw for her, and Carg managed to get it to the 8-foot, so she won half of 20% of the pot last night, plus $100 for getting picked.
Mine's good. Mine's good. Over curling.
That is a awesome idea for a chance to win money, and sounds like a lot of fun. And congratulations for her to get it to the 8-foot. And it's harder than it looks.
A little deeper, but I got an 8-2.
Really good job or guard there from Ben Kiist to keep the pressure on the Johnson rink here. Not a lot of great options and a lot of yellows sitting in some good spots here.
Good spot.
You think he'd be able to draw through that hole between the red and the yellow on the left side to get to the 4-foot? Might be curling too much for that to happen.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to get through it. By the time you get through it, though, I think you might be, like you said, over curling.
Yeah, I think you might over curl the rock on the right side of the 4-foot there. Looks like he's just trying to run this one back into the yellows in the 4-foot.
Yeah, not to sound like a broken record, but just all the movement we've been getting. It's amazing to see, but it makes those shots a little harder when you got to get in there. But misses the run, but does open up the side. Looks like Ben's going to try and plop one here at top 12 and take away the draw path, forcing the hand of the Johnson rink.
Short one here today. Yeah. Probably control weight on this one, eh? Gotta get 3/4 of it. I could throw that first one 100 times. I'd never.
Little tight.
Top 12.
Early if you can.
Top 12.
Hard line.
Top 12.
Line's good now.
Tight.
Line's good now.
Tight.
Here.
Go line.
Really liking the weight. A little bit of a clean and an easy scrub here from Noah.
Off then. Off.
Just trying to place this rock as close to,
Top 12.
Right off.
just right at that top 12, as close to the spot that they want to take away that draw path.
Good.
And couldn't have placed it any better. Team Kiist sitting 1, 2, 3, and 4, and forcing the hands of Rob Johnson here.
Really nice. Yeah. Never doubted you. You said
The run back here appears to be the play, but with how much the ice is curling, it's tough to trust yourself with the ice you want to take to make this shot.
Yeah, I really like what Rob's doing here. He's gonna throw a little bit of a quieter weight and It allows you to manage the stone a little better as it comes down the sheet. But like you said, with how much it's moving, you got to trust where you place the broom. And like you said, lots of experience in this Johnson rink. So he's been in these situations lots of times before.
Whoa! 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 Curl! Curl! Go real hard.
Looks like it's on a decent line if they can get it to curl a little bit more.
Just going to hang out there, giving Team Kiist the score of 4 in the third end here, leaving us 7-0 after 3. We'll be back after a few short commercials.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to fourth end action here at the Boston Pizza Cup. A big steal of 4 from the Kiist team. A little bit of an unfortunate shot for Rob there. Didn't quite curl up enough, but nonetheless, you see him going hard here to get their multiple. The little bit of an overcurl from the Kiist team there it's kind of like a corner guard for them, so gonna see an interesting end here.
Little light still. Still airtight. A little tight. Yep. Line only, top 8. Hard. Yep. Hard line. Hard line, we got the split. Gotta go for split. Hard. Gotta go for split. Hard. Hard, Noah. Hard. Hard, Noah. Close. Hard. Close. Whoa. Both of them. Okay. Good. Real tight on that one.
So, Rat, you said that you have played this Kiist team in U20 events. Did your team try to qualify for the Boston Pizza Cup as well?
So this year we decided to stick to just U20 events, as we're kind of a new team put together this year and didn't know how well we'd do in the U20s, and we ended up doing quite well this year. So our plan is for next year to come and try to qualify. Yeah, it's great to see a junior team like Team Kiist here. They're, like I said earlier, they're one we play on the regular, and
Just draw top
they
house
are
and kill next.
amazing athletes. And
Yeah.
I'm sure the fans can
15-5
hear
is
on the video the constant communication
16 does get
and
close, yeah.
constant talking between them to just show the maturity and the level of play with the Team Kiist here.
Right, yep. White's good. Top 8. Hard, Red. Top 8, top 4. Close. Top 8. Close. Top 8. Top 4. Top 4.
I think they're just looking to come down to that red just
Top
thrown.
4. Top 4. Yes. Curl. Hard curl. Hard. I need some throws to work here with. Sorry. It's okay.
Not going to quite move over, but an amazing position for that Yellowstone, as it's going to be quite usable later in the end. A great shot of Noah Masonwood there with all the schools in the background. It's got to be super exciting for him this year, as I believe he's younger than I am and in a Boston Pizza Cup. So great experience for a young athlete.
Is ice good?
It's great for the team, the Kiist team this young and a couple other teams this week, as young as they are, to have the wherewithal and the knowledge to be able to make it this far.
Yep.
Yeah, I did a little bit of the commentary for the women's Scotties there, and it was great to see all the young teams in Alberta on both sides, not only seeing the men's teams here, but we had, I believe it was 4 junior teams at the Alberta Women's Championship there. And like you said, to see the level that they're playing at and how game smart these teams are, it's amazing to watch.
Yep. 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 Clean. I got it.
Gonna see Team Kiist do a little bit of cleanup here. They're up by 7, so not gonna let Rob Johnson here score big.
I like that throw. Let's just draw here.
Really like what Rob's doing here, is he's just gonna draw kind of into this pocket here, and what that does is it prevents the Team Kiist from having an easy takeout. It's going to take him a couple shots to get rid of the red. So almost a guard behind a stone, if you'll call it, or a catcher.
Line's good.
So veteran call here from Rob Johnson.
Top 12. Yeah, keep going on it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Good throw.
A little bit light, so it's going to rub, but roll to a really good spot, still in front of those Yellowstones. Does leave Team Kiist here a pick, but
Nice and clean. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, if he's a little inside or gets a little too much of that curl, could run that red rock back onto the yellow.
Yep.
Yep. Hard.
Hard. Hard, Noah.
Hard, Noah. Hard, Noah.
Hard, Noah.
Hard,
Hard.
Noah.
Straight up.
the lack of weight
Oh,
here
you
from
got it.
Taran Algott.
Nice throw.
I'm going to pick it clean.
I thought he was jamming. I was worried. It was almost better if he caught a piece of that back one. No.
I'm going to take this chance to shout out another one of our Curling Alberta sponsors, Sentinel Storage. They've had a great history in Alberta from their humble beginnings in 1998, and they've grown into the trusted leader in the self-storage industry. As a proudly Canadian company, Sentinel Storage is honored to be a part of this long-standing Alberta event. They're honored to support Curling Alberta and its outstanding athletes in the community around them. Curling Alberta would like to thank Sentinel Storage for their ongoing partnership of curling in the Alberta province.
Go, go, go. Yeah, that's good. Oh.
Yeah, a little bit of a second chance there for the Johnson team to get that draw weight down. They just threw the same path, same weight. They know what it feels like.
Yep. Tight. Hard. No.
The old Erskine high hard one coming down here on this pick out attempt again.
Attaboy.
Mason Wood for the Kiist team playing it up to the Big Valley School kids in the players box, flexing his muscles after that big brush.
Top 12.
Definitely more. Mine's out there right now. Should get there though.
Top 4.
Starting to curl now.
Way out there. It's got to curl.
Still got to curl a bit.
Whoa.
That one, that extra weight doesn't curl as much.
Just got a little bit of inside info on the text line here. The reason for the more curl might not just be the ice. It looks like they might have papered the rocks last night as well.
Feel? Yeah. I like it. Just Kiist it out of there. Yeah, quarter rock. I like that. Make sure it goes. Clean. Clean. Yup. Clean. Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Throw.
Kiist hits one of his own out on that shot, but he doesn't really care about that. He just wants to get that red out of there.
No, because that gets rid of their paw.
Yeah, it's almost like a little bit of a bonus for Ben there, as more rocks in play means more chances for Johnson to score multiple. So a little bit of Ben's turn there to throw the high hard one, and throws it with ease. And saying that they just papered the rocks, it's a really good example of how we see the weight control and the importance of it here at this event, as with the lots of curl on the stones, even a half-second difference hog to hog is gonna mean a different line.
Sweet, Russ.
Would have liked to stick around there if you're Rob Johnson. Gonna give Kiist a chance to put a little bit of pressure and get one under the corner guard here.
I like a 5-5 here. Yeah, that's okay as well.
Now, if you're Johnson here, do you try to blank this end still, or do you just try to get a point up on the board?
At this point, probably still a blank. You're still early enough in the game that you get a couple deuces and you're back in it. But if this stone is placed really well by Kiist, it's going to be a hard blank. You might see him take their one.
Little light. Weight's good. Line's good.
Top 8.
Can't hurt it.
Hard.
Top 8.
Hard line.
Top 8.
Hard line.
Top 12.
Line's good.
Big sweep. Sweepers here. End-to-end sweep.
Hard. Yep. All the way. Under. Real nice. Sweep. Big sweep.
Looks like he didn't get it back far enough. He probably will try the blank still.
What do you like? Yeah, I'm good with it.
What are you thinking for a number here?
15.
But he's not. He wants his 1 point.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna take the 1. Just might have looked at that double in the front there and decided, you know what, it's a little harder than it looks, and you know what, it'd be nice to make the double, but you got to make sure you roll out. So take his 1 and have a little bit of a feel going into the later ends for his draw weight. Just dusting this one in. Really liking the weight.
Start up.
Gets his one and gets on the board and gives the people at the lounge tables in the booth something to cheer about, and they can also cheer that it's after 10 o'clock so they can go have a drink from the original 16 lounge.
Alrighty, there it is. Rob Johnson with his one in the fourth end. We'll be back just after a few short commercials.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Alrighty, curling fans, we're back in end number 5 here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. Rob Johnson with his first point of the game last end. Really nice draw to save the end, and gonna go on a little bit of the steel train here.
Fine, let it come down. Let it come down. We're good. Shot, Mark. This one, maybe even more. The ad is my release. Top 12! Yep. Yes, for sure. Little lights! Yep! Hard line, hard. Top 12! Hard, Noah! Hard to get it by. All the way, push. Really gotta go.
Team Kiist here just trying to take control of the scoring area until it's peel time. Really big.
Yeah, we were going to say the same thing. Big scrub from the Kiist team, but just a little light still.
Yeah, no muscle flex in there. Come on, Noah. I'll have to text him after the game.
I threw the opening rock in the opening ceremonies yesterday, so Tuesday night I was throwing some practice rocks, and it's crazy how far you can drag a rock on this arena ice, like 15-20 feet with good sweeping.
Yeah, a great surface, we keep saying, for these players to play on, and
it's close.
Really shows the best of the best, as although it's this great surface, it kind of tells you when you throw in can't throw them soft, or you can't pop them out there. You got to have a nice clean release.
And for people like myself that are used to playing on club ice, you definitely need more of a rotation than we usually throw.
Yeah, it's one of those things that playing at your home club versus even me playing on the U20 tour, it's way different. You can get away with that kind of the lazy handle, as I call it, when I go home and play in our leagues. But when it comes to this arena ice or some of the great surfaces like our provincials will be in Red Deer, you gotta put a little more turn on it, or they take off on you.
With the way Darren has Red Deer set up, would you say it's fairly close to arena ice, like as close as you'll get at a club?
He's gonna miss. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'd say you know what, he's probably one of the best in Alberta, and he has Red Deer running pretty nice, at least I think. I was talking to him when we were up there for an event earlier, and he was struggling a little bit with the way the airflow is in the rink, and he had a couple sheets that like to flatten out on him, but it seems that he's kind of got those kinks worked out, and I'm excited to go up there and play because, like I said, he's probably one of the best, and I've never had any complaints when I've played on his surfaces.
Yeah, our club, Erskine, has been lucky. Darren's been a friend of the club for a few years now. He came out and played in our Bonspiel a couple of years ago and was captivated by how much community spirit and involvement was there. So he's going to play in our Bonspiel again this year, and he's been helping us with our rocks and ice whenever we have an issue, and he has time to help us out.
Yeah, I was talking to Eric there yesterday while we were commentating, and he says you guys have no lack of teams in your guys' skills.
So our Erskine club is in a town of, or a hamlet of 340 people, and we get, this year we have 16 men's teams and 14 ladies teams in our square draw, and we get anywhere from 28 to over 30 for the ladies Bonspiel, and up to 36, 40 teams for our men's Bonspiel. So for a club our size, we're one of the biggest spiels within 100 kilometers or so.
And like you said, community spirit, I can just imagine the upstairs after the draws on a big spiel like that. Probably a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we have food from Wednesday to Saturday, and on Wednesday we cook 200 pounds of chicken wings in one night.
Holy!
Yeah, we start cooking chicken wings at 5:30 or 6 and cook right through till midnight or 1 in the morning.
Don't hate it.
Looks like I might have to come down and check out the Erskine Spiel one of these years.
Yeah, if you want to have a great time and some competitive curling, the men's Bonspiel is March 9th to 16th, and like I said, Wednesday's chicken wing night, Thursday's fried pizza night, Friday's fried chicken, and Saturday's a roast beef supper with all the fixings.
Heavy. Hot! Back four! Back four! Back eight!
And you know what? For those of you listening that might not be able to make it down for a spiel in Erskine, we have a original 16 lounge set up here in the Boston Pizza Cup. So come down and enjoy a beverage or two. It allows me to talk about one of our other Curling Alberta sponsors, Original 16. It is the official beer of Alberta and the Ice Lounge, one of Canada's most successful regional brewers and internationally recognized producer of world-class beer. Original 16 pays a premium to make sure their beer is made with the best ingredients, and they have a brewmaster that is dedicated to education, experience, creativity, and craftsmanship. Curling Alberta would like to thank Original 16 for their continued support. For those of you coming to the championship, like I said, the beer will be available at the Ice Lounge. It looks like there's lots of people sitting in the almost front row seats there in the Ice Lounge today.
Yeah, the lounge tables in the lounge end, they get a great view of the house and the all four sheets. And they get to enjoy some of the delicious Original 16 products. I like the Prairie White beer myself. It's quite good.
I think we're still two.
Okay. Yeah. Just dead. Freeze. Top 8.
Johnson maybe setting himself up here to be able to steal if he can get that one red in the middle back on the yellow by the button.
Take 2 feet off.
Yeah, kind of setting up a lot of good angles here for the Johnson team, and lots of guards to come around, so no clean end this time around.
Top 8.
Really light.
Weight's close.
Top 8.
Yep.
Top 8. Top 12.
Line's good.
Tight.
Weight
Tight.
only.
Tight.
Line's really good.
No, I think I even seen in one of those shots, someone's got a,
Hard, boys.
I don't know if it was a chicken hat on or,
Hard.
so it looks like lots of fun in that original 16 lounge.
That's okay.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Good spot.
That's a good spot.
Really good jaw there from Taryn Algot to cut off that
I'll
side
make
of the
sure when I
sheet.
miss.
What? What'd you say?
Yeah, it blocks off that front left yellow. Look, I was looking at it. He might have been able to slice that yellow onto the yellow on the button and get both yellows out and keep the reds around.
Yeah, you can see him talking about it there. There's the chicken hats we can see.
The same shot I did.
The chicken hats are, looks like they're tending bar today.
Yeah, it's tough to get there. No, it's hit then? I think so.
Like I said, lots of fun to be had here at the Boston Pizza Cup. I highly advise anyone that's in the area or driving through to go check it out. And if you can't, we have games live streamed here on Curling Zone or Curling Alberta throughout the week. So no excuse not to be watching curling.
Well, if Johnson can pull this shot off, he might find himself with an end where he could get 2 or 3 points in a steal here.
Yep.
No lack of weight on this stone here. Trying to run, get something going.
Like he's a little tight for the shot he wanted, though.
He's going to make it a little interesting as he rolls for another center. A really good view at the top of the house there to see what he was going for. I think you're right. That little bit of a slash is there and would be really nice for the Johnson team to sit multiple. Chance to steal a bunch here would be great for them, as 7-1 isn't the prettiest thing to be looking at going through your 5th end.
I think we kind of got bad luck on this ice. By tomorrow morning, it's going to be closer to what it was yesterday. We sit out here and...
Like, do you ever risk leaving something big here?
Not really.
Okay.
If we're the guard, it's okay. It just makes our life difficult.
Okay.
For a young team, the Kiist team is very businesslike. They don't seem to get too up, or they haven't really had any reason to get down this game, but they seem like they're very even keel.
No one, like I said, playing them. I play them a lot, so I've got to learn that business-like is a good way to put it. They, not much gets to them, and no matter what, even in games that they're not doing their best, you can always see smiles on faces, and they're having a ton of fun. So they're just happy to be out here curling, and it shows. Really big scrub by Noah Masonwood and Rhett Whitmire.
Like pretty hard.
That's where they've been. Oh, I missed this high five.
Yeah, great shot there. Pretty much takes away the angle to play the shot we were talking about before he threw that one.
It's not risky. That was almost bad. We almost queued up the red on those.
I don't see what you're saying.
I don't think
You might be able to still hit that yellow that they just threw and keep the reds beside it there and lose their own red and knock all, well, the back 2 yellows out. The top one probably stays.
It's close, but
yeah, a little bit of difficult shots here, as we can see. I think that's what they're talking about, looking at how those stones are going to move, especially with those stones being frozen together. You can see a little bit of drag come into play there, so you might have a better chance. You'll lose your shoot area, but you might have a better chance to get it through that red hole there.
At this point, though, do you think they don't really have much choice than to go for it?
You definitely get a second shot for sure.
Yeah, no, at this point in the game, it's kind of a do or die. You got to get a couple points here as fifth end. You're halfway through, so looks like Rob's just going to run this and try to make something good. If he can run it onto the side of that red top four, he's going to push it into the yellow and might roll down to the other yellow in the back house. Not to mention, if you can keep your shooter around here, it's going to be a usable stone for his second shot.
Oh.
Rob Johnson's first in the fifth end.
Oh.
It's on a pretty decent line. Needs to curl a little bit more, maybe.
Okay.
Not the outcome he was looking for, but it's going to open up the rings a little bit and create a little more opportunity for Rob here.
I think that's all you got here. Got a bite button here. Yeah. I like a hair more than that you just threw. I think it might be a touch.
Will you guys switch over
here.
to the other game or just stop the broadcast?
I got a 5-3 on yours.
I like the same throw.
I like, yeah, that's real close. Okay.
Yeah.
You got her, Ben.
Touch less.
My
Kiist
apologies.
releases what could be the dagger to the Johnson team here in this game.
Mine's good.
Yeah, I was thinking Rob still had one more,
good,
but
all you.
yeah,
Mine's
chance
good.
for two here for Ben Kiist.
All you. Mine's great.
Really liking the weight.
Mine's perfect. Mine's perfect.
Yeah, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way.
Last minute scrub here to get it to the button.
I don't think it's there.
Not sure if he grabbed enough for two.
Looks like one from the overhead, but
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, it's
the red from looking at it there, but
Yellow.
looks like they're gonna kick it away. So one for Ben Kiist, leaving it 8-1 after the fifth end. Gonna have a short fifth end break, and we'll be back right after the commercial.
Good end.
These guys suck.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice bat has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but we do have car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
We're talking hundreds.
So enough for a new toy house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simpler than playtime.
You don't have to rely on Noah for those.
Well, between the games so far, it's been a mostly Kiist game here. A 2, a 1, 4, and...
Yeah, Fernie. I'm muted.
At top 8, I was like, go all the way.
So we're going to have to see the last half of the end here. For the last 10 seconds I got here, we're going to see Rob Johnson's team going to have to put a little bit of pedal to the metal and try to catch back up.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
Moment of the game is going to be when they was flexing.
Alrighty, curling fans, we are back in 6-set action here at the 2025 8-1 after 5. We're gonna have to see Rob Johnson put some pedal to the metal and try to score a bunch.
Well, that's why I played the draw here, because I wanted you to guard the draw, so I had no shot.
Easy.
Yeah, in an end like this, they're almost playing 2 different games, and whoever misses a shot or breaks first.
Never.
He's gonna try and slide up a corner here. It's running a little deep.
Manages to stay just out in front of the house, so they can't touch it yet.
Top 8! Still a little light.
Top 4!
Line's good, got
Whoa,
room.
T, there it goes.
Got room.
No, I'd get off. T on it. Can't.
Go then.
Back 8. No, really can't.
Right off.
It's like
4-3.
through.
It's like Rhett Stone's just gonna run a little bit deep, and we talked about weight control before. That half second up is gonna cause that rock to run a little bit straight, and see Ben Kiist sweep it through. He doesn't want any rocks in play that aren't in good positions because that just gives Rob Johnson a chance of scoring a bunch. Gonna take a moment here to thank another one of our Curling Alberta sponsors, Bel Air Direct. Bel Air Direct offers Curling Alberta's curlers and their families with exclusive discounts on insurance. Eligible members may receive a group discount on their car, home, condo, and tenants insurance, on top of any other discounts slash savings and benefits that customers might already be eligible for with Bel Air Direct. Plus, Bel Air Direct offers you a chance to win cash with their monthly draws. Keep your eyes on Curling Alberta's Facebook page for an opportunity to win big. Curling Alberta thanks Bel Air Direct for giving back to our curling community when a residential or auto insurance policy is purchased and you mention Curling Alberta. Bel Air Direct will donate a part of the premium collected to Curling Alberta, which in turn supports local curling.
Back 4, can't.
Curling.
It's further than you think.
Back 4. Line's really good. Still got
Can't
curl.
touch
Back
it.
8. Back 4 at most. Back 4. All of.
Looks like Noah's Rocks are just going to run a hair deep as well.
Okay. Escape. 5-4.
Just going to hang on at the back of the forefoot there. Not a great spot as it gives something for Rob Johnson to draw to.
That's our bad.
See if the Johnson team can finally get something cooking in this end.
Yeah, they've had a couple of opportunities in this game, but haven't quite been able to capitalize on them.
Just like here now.
Yeah, a little bit of a rub and a roll off, which is not ideal. You might see Ben turn around and do a little hit and roll. Oh, he read my mind. And try to put the pressure on and maybe even go for a steal in this end. You know, what's the classic saying? Sometimes your best offense or best defense is a good offense.
Good, easy. Close. Easy up. Whoa. Clean. Easy up. Clean. Curl. Hard curl. Hard turn. Hard turn. Hard turn. Hard turn.
Big sweep from Taryn here to try to get a little more curl out of the stone, but just going to hit it on the nose. Catching the one in the back.
Kiist is probably not too upset that he takes his own out of the back there as he gets rid of the catcher for the Johnson team.
Oh, really good high spirits we can see from the Kiist team here as they're pumping up and going with the crowd. Just having the time of their lives at such an amazing event to be competing in.
More weight.
You're
Pack
ready.
8.
You're ready.
Pack 8.
You're ready. We're just gonna get to the moves.
A little bit of a shot there from the cameras. We can see that we got some young kids right close, right at the, looks like the hockey benches. So really good opportunity for these young kids to come and watch curling and maybe get some interest and go try it for themselves.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. That's what keeps this sport going is the youth. So hopefully a handful or more of these kids have never curled before and see the sport and want to try it out.
Little down. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Little down.
Hard.
Noah, hold it. You got
Hard,
it.
Noah.
Hard, Noah.
Little down. Hard.
Little down.
Hard.
Big scrub from Mason Wood here to keep this online.
Lots of claps from the kids in the stands there. Looks like they're just loving the curling action. Big smiles on faces and jumping out of their seats.
11.
Yeah, that's the Big Valley School. It's a small hamlet just 20 minutes south of Stettler on Highway 56.
Top 8.
Hard for line. Whoa. Yep. Hard for line.
You know, speaking of juniors, I can shout out another one of our Curling Alberta sponsors, the Heck Gervais Academic and Scholarship Foundation. Attention to all young curlers. Curling Alberta's partner, the Heck Gervais Academic and Scholarship Foundation, has 3 scholarships up for grabs. The Heck Gervais Academic and Curling Scholarship has been available to young curlers since 1999. The fund was put into place to honor Heck Gervais, a curling legend, and his many accomplishments in curling to his community, his country, and throughout the curling world. The foundation provides young curlers with the financial opportunity to further expand and refine their curling abilities and accomplishments. Applications are being accepted on the Curling Alberta website until May 31st. The Heck Gervais Academic and Scholarship Foundation we want to thank you and thank you for supporting the young curlers in Alberta.
Hard, yep. Hard line. Hard, boys, gotta go.
Just jumping in with a fun story here from production. Those kids were having a lot of fun out there, and we caught the teacher kind of lecturing them to quiet down in the moment. So it's fun to see the excitement, and we certainly don't mind seeing the kids having a lot of fun and making some noise and making it fun for the curlers out there too.
Even there, you see Noah once again, fist bump to the crowd. He's just loving it today.
Yeah, the Big Valley School kids have definitely picked who their favorite team is this game. Kent for the Johnson team trying to draw one in around.
Close.
Oh no, he's trying to hit the yellow and roll in.
Whoa.
Yeah, just trying to create some momentum here and try to get something in there to keep the chances alive at a bunch here. Not gonna quite curl up to what they wanted, but they are sitting 1-2.
Yeah, you're not rolling with any more than bumper. I like that for bumper. Yep. Nose is not bad.
You just gotta get rid of something, to be honest.
It's like we're gonna see Ben Kiist try to hit and maybe roll a little bit undercover, but just making sure he gets rid of the redstone.
While Kiist gets ready to throw this shot, I just want to take time to thank all of our volunteers that made this event possible. We had over 140 volunteers, and some have put in tons of hours. I know myself, I've got over 80 hours into the sponsorship side of this event, and I'm not the only one that's put a ton of work in. So thanks to everyone involved.
Yeah, I can't speak to it enough. The sponsors, or the volunteers, and even the sponsors they are needed for events like this and to help it run so smoothly. I also say to anybody listening, if you love curling and you want to get one of the best seats in the house, volunteering allows you to do that. Not only do you help out your favorite events, but you're able to get a front row seat to the action. So like you said, thanks again to the volunteers, and anybody interested, they can look into it and maybe volunteer at their next event, or I'm sure they'd love to have volunteers here at this event if you go and talk to someone.
It's a little wider path. Think so? Okay.
Little bit of a miss from the Kiist team there, giving Rob a chance to draw in here.
Yeah, I was going to say pretty much the first miss from the Kiist team here might open the door for Johnson to get a couple.
Mine's all right.
Pressure right here.
Sweepers off this one. Might have a little more steam than they would have liked to see.
Oh, just gotta stop. Just gotta stop.
Darren Algott's going to be hard on that stone, trying to get it out of the house. But might sit for fourth shot there.
Yeah, this hurt too much.
Same
5-5's real good, yeah.
And see Ben Kiist just drawing here and trying to take away any opportunity for Johnson to get a big score here.
I like that. Weight's good.
Line's good.
Back 4.
T. Back 4's okay. Line's good.
Sweeper's like it out of his hand, a little bit of a dust.
Straight.
T.
Line's good.
Back 4.
Straight.
Back 8.
Line's good.
Back 4. Back 8.
Really nice line as it's coming in here. Good speed.
They were giving it a couple brushes, but it looks like it might be a little heavy. No, pretty good. Nice shot.
Gonna grind into the back of the button there. It's gonna make it so Rob's gonna have to think a little bit here.
Oh boy.
Make it with the red, can we? For 3?
Could try running those 2 red yellows onto each other and make a shot to get 2.
Way tougher shot, but.
Yeah, not a ton of great options here.
Oh yeah, my shooter's gonna go.
I think they're lining up the double on the yellows. You lose your shooter, but you score the 2 in the back of the house there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Or like you said, the red onto the yellow.
Yeah, it's like 3/4.
Just try to bump it back for a big 3. This could be a game changer.
I like the hit. Play the hit.
What are you throwing, like firm?
Looks like they might be switching shots, as I don't think that red onto the yellow clears the top yellow in the house to make the shot.
Yeah, going back to the double I talked about, you don't quite, I don't think you stick your shooter for 3, but a big 2.
Oh, now he's going back to the one that I don't think is able to clear the yellow.
You know what? He saw it and he likes it, so we're going to see if he can make it. Last shot here for Rob Johnson and end number 6. Chance to put a big number on the board.
Close. Whoa. No, curl. Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Sweepers staying close. They like it.
Oh, there is room to get by, and he does make it for 3. What a shot.
What a shot for Rob Johnson. That is a big score of 3 and end number 6. Going to bring it to 8-4. We'll be right back after a few short commercials.
Yeah.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Curl a bit.
Alrighty, curling fans, we're back here in end number 7 of the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. A big score of 3 in the last end for Rob Johnson to bring him back into the game, 8-4. A big momentum shift for Johnson, and Kiist is going to have to pick up the pace a little bit to not give up another big score.
Hard line. Weight's good, top 8.
Line's good.
Line's good. Whoa.
T.
Whoa.
Top 4. Top 4. Turn. Top 8.
Just top 8.
Top 8.
Like we were talking about earlier, that this Kiist team being so professional, we'll see if that end of 3 affects them at all, or if they just keep powering ahead here.
Yeah, and even after a big momentum shift, Rhett Whitmire with a great draw to sit top, just biting the top 4 and take away lots of steal chances for the Johnson rink here. That's got to feel good though for the Johnson team here. A big steal or a score of 3 after kind of coming out a little flat. So big scrub here, and they're not going to quite get it into the rings, but once again a usable stone.
As you can see, they're sleeping down the ice. We got lots of sponsors in the ice this week, and just like to touch on our silver sponsors, which are the booths up the south side of Sheet A. We got Hunt Inspection, BASF and Nutrien, On Farm Crop Supply, Westland Insurance, G3, ATB, Petrusa Farms, Nixon Farms, and Wallaby Ag Incorporated. Thanks so much for your sponsorship.
Yeah, once again, big thank you to those sponsors. I can't stress it enough how important they are to events like this. And great shot from Noah there to peel off the guard, and got a big clap from their fans in the players box there at the Stettler Arena.
I have to finish it a bit.
Yeah, I gotta wait though.
Same thing. Single.
Single's fine though.
The double jams.
You're going to see Team Kiist here just work away and try to get rid of as many guards as they can. They do not want to give a chance for Rob and his team to get a multiple point here. See Noah Masonwood, the team lefty, is going to pick the one off.
There's no good one.
Taryn, it's your throw. Fuck. No, it's a little more.
Where are we going? Yeah, go on it.
Really liking the weight here on this stone. Just going to try and dust it in at the last bit. Oh, it looks like it's just going to come up a little light. The armchair curling, wrong on the sweeping call, but might give a chance for Ben to get rid of all 3 guards here.
Just these 2.
This Kiist team is not afraid to throw it hard, and they do it so well.
You got a turn. Take your time.
That's what the Erskine fans like to see, is the old high hard one. That's what we're known for. We had heavy ice when I was growing up, so we all learned how to throw hard. And everywhere we go, everybody talks about how hard the Erskine rink can throw a rock.
And we're going to see lively stones, lots of spin.
Good throw.
Gets 2 going, but the third one's going to stick around in the rings. Great shot there from Taryn Algott to get rid of the front guards.
Only you could throw a little more weight.
The way those stones are lined up, he would have liked to hit that a hair thicker just to make sure that red, the middle red got out of the rings, but
Yeah, hard. Whoa.
still happy if your team Kiist as you're up by 40. You got a pretty open house.
Yep. Roll in front of it. Yep. Medium. Yep. Okay, Taryn.
Another great view of the schools.
Medium. Third good one.
I think those school kids are from the Christ King Catholic School in Stettler.
Medium.
Ready, Team Kiist just going to throw a hit here. Try and roll over to the other side of the rings and bunch up the stones. Maybe leave a double later.
Hard, Rats.
Might be hanging out a little bit there as Rhett's trying to get the curl to get a bigger roll, but it's going to roll about a stone. Nose hit's good for Robson team here as it doesn't leave any good double.
I love that throw.
Okay. Shot.
Roll away to get some good separation on the stones, and I guess with you being there in the rink, you can give us a little update on the game on sheet B, I believe. How are they doing over there?
Yeah, we got Jamie King against the Humpkey team, and right now Humpkey's got a 4-3 lead. He just got a point in the last end, and he just threw his first skip stone of the 7th end. And I can't really tell who's shot. There's about 4 rocks all piled up together on the left side of the 8-foot.
No lack of rocks in play over there, it sounds like.
Bumper. Line's good. Bumper. Whoa. Clean.
The Humpkey team has somewhat of a Stettler connection as he grew up in Stettler. And his dad was an electrician around the area for a long time, and now they moved to Lacombe a few years ago.
Yeah, that's one thing I found with curling is you kind of see the connections everywhere. You not only are a lot of these curlers related, but they've played against each other or with each other for years. So a big community and a community that is fun to be a part of. Once again, I suggest anyone that hasn't tried curling or is interested in trying it to try it out.
Johnson makes a good shot, nose hit. Kiist got a hit and stick here for his one.
Yeah, we're throwing the same. You got it, Ben. They're good on.
Last shot of the 7th. Ben Kiist to hit and go up.
Clean. Whoa.
Clean out of his hand. They like it.
Curl. Curl. Curl.
No one just going to try to get some last-minute curl, but it looks like he's going to hit it right on the nose. Really good shot from Ben Kiist to score 1. That'll bring us to 9-4 going into 8 here at the Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. We'll be right back after a few short commercials.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Need extra space? We rock at storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Hello, curling fans, and we are back in N number 8 here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. Forced to 1, to bring it to 9-4 here at
we got the split right now.
here in the game with Kiist versus Johnson.
Roll them both. Okay.
Kiist not looking to mix anything up too much, just keep it in the 4-foot area and keep it clean.
Good ones.
I'd just like to mention, we talked about the Curling Alberta 50-50. Tickets are still available. And I talked to my friend Raymond over at Curling Alberta, and he says we're almost to 1.5 thousand for the jackpot. So, chance to bring a lot of money home.
Progress. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, with 3 games today, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't get close to almost 10 grand by the end of the day. It's almost 6 grand with 2 games yesterday.
And we also talked about if you're in the area and stop by the rink for some curling action, there's a chance to win a ticket to draw the button for some cash, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct. It's an ongoing progressive. So the first day he made about, for the first game yesterday, he made $400 and about 500 last night. So the total pot's up to just under $900 now. So if you get picked at the end of this game and manage to hit the button with your rock, you get to take home all of that $900 plus $100 just for getting picked.
Through. 5-7.
Really good draws there to take full control of the 4-foot here, Team Kiist. We're going to see Rob Johnson draw to it and kind of try to use those as some backing.
Want to make sure we're here.
It is.
Yeah, we're back house right now. Back 4.
Stay close. Yep.
Coming down.
Yep. Hard. Fight.
Stop it.
Go, 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 go. Curl, curl.
Gonna over curl a little bit for the Johnson team there, but does end up under the a little bit under the corner guard. I believe there's enough there for Kiist to chase it, but just gonna go for the straight peel here. Try to keep things open.
Well, let's make sure we.
Yep. Hard, Red. Hard, you got it. Hard.
Noah Mason would have with the hard one to get rid of the corner and might even grab the other corner on the other side, and he does. Big shot from Noah there.
And he's yelling at me to clean.
Big shot there to not only get rid of one corner, but the second and lose the shooter, putting this Johnson team into a little bit of trouble this end.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, right off, right off, right off.
Really nice corner place there by Russ Jennings
You got it, Taryn.
Easy. Should curl here.
of the Johnson team.
Trust it.
Overcurls just a
Easy
little
down,
bit, which
get
allows
it
for
down,
this
get it
chase
down.
by the
Down. Hard for the
Kiist
guard.
team. Looks like a little bit of a soft release out of the
Easy down.
hand, so the Rock's going to get going.
Clean.
Big sweep from Noah Masonwood, but on the guard.
Dude.
Not an ideal outcome for Team Kiist here, as it puts some separation with those stones and kind of leaves some catchers for the Johnson team.
Okay. It's wide open now.
The Kiist team cheering section of the Big Valley School left. We'll see if that affects their play going forward.
Go then.
Another draw attempt by Rob Johnson here to use that backing.
Curl.
Set up a multiple
good.
score for the end, but
Gotta get it all the way
it'll
back.
come up a little light, it's looking like. Isn't a bad thing, as almost covers up the red top 8 there, but I think we're gonna see Ben try to rip some guards here and get rid of anything to help the Johnson team.
17's real close. Start good, Taryn.
Looks like we're actually just going to draw one in themselves here, Team Kiist. Try to put some pressure on that Johnson team. Like I said, best defense is a good offense, so this can be put in a really good spot. It might change around the end.
Hard, boys. No, don't switch.
No.
Okay.
Big scrub there and a nice guard for the Kiist team.
No. No. High as you can.
Sideline first.
Deep as you can.
Keep your shooter here. If I nose it, does our red go into their yellow?
Really like this idea from Rob Johnson here to run that red back into the yellows. And with the angle you're going to run it on, you're going to get a little roll from your shooter.
Okay. So nose
Almost
is okay?
put some staggered corners.
Just higher nose.
Yeah. Nose is okay.
That yellow guard put up by Ben Kiist was a little interesting, as it
Backboard. Okay.
might make their shots harder just a little bit later in the end if this is made perfect. We can see with the ice given that it's going to be a nice control weight run, which brings the sweepers into play.
Hard! Sport! Whoa! Okay, shot.
Just going to hit it a hair too thin and not quite get what they're looking for, allowing for Team Kiist to come in here and really make a good one and put a ton of pressure back on Rob Johnson and his team.
Good throw. Just missed it. Nose had to overcurl the nose, right? Not undercurl.
Yeah, rolling. I like that. Easy. I like that. Okay.
Speed's good here. Likes that same easy as you last time.
Yeah. Okay. They're going, Ben. You go.
Last day?
Yeah.
I guess another thing we haven't mentioned yet today is, for those of you around the area on Saturday at 4:30, we have a mixed doubles exhibition game between the Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Lamb
Hard!
and
Well,
Jeff
hard!
Walker and Laura
Hard!
Walker.
Roll, 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 roll.
Kind of something fun to bring into the mix here at the championship.
Yeah, and to be able to see that event, you just have to have a ticket for the game before or the game after, and you can come down and watch it.
I stood out so wide, I'm like, I can't do anything. Oh, I see that.
Try to nut this and nut there.
Yeah, I see. I like that, yeah.
I think it's the only safe thing to do.
Kiist with a good hit and roll there to roll over on top of their own.
What kind of weight do you think? Quiet weight. Like hack? Or quiet?
Yeah, really good spot for Kiist there, and I'm not exactly sure what the call is for Johnson. Might be trying to come off his own.
I think he's just trying to play an in-off onto the two yellows.
Yeah. Nice thing here is if he makes it good, he might even catch that back yellow on the edge of the 8 there and sit 2, so.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. I agree. I think if he catches just enough of it, it'll send it over there.
Alrighty, Rob Johnson with his first in the 8th end.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, whoa, curl,
Whoa,
curl,
close.
curl, curl. Curl hard. Hard.
Easy. Straight.
Whoa.
Straight.
It's going to be close.
Sorry, Rob.
Just needed to catch it a hair thinner, but that is a great shot to touch the yellows on the button and to sit right in front of them.
I was worried about it taking off. Yeah, I just had to curl a little more. Sorry. I just thought it might jump on us.
Johnson would have liked it better if his red shooter would have rolled a little bit more to the left onto the other side of that yellow. The angle's not quite there to double those yellows out.
Yeah, not quite there, but Ben's going to place a yellow just above that red, just prevents any shot to be made onto the yellow stones and try to keep Rob to his 1. Ben Kiist, his last stone of the end here at 8.
Half tight. Hair tight. Just half. Half is okay. Just half. Mine's good. Half tight. Mine's good.
Red rock.
Half. No, mine's good. Half. Mine's good. Half. Let it
Looks
sit.
like it's coming in really nice
Let it
weight.
sit. Good. Through.
Just to block off any shot on that red stone.
Nice red still. Good throw. 7. Nice call.
Thanks. Throw.
You see Rob looking at these runs here. He knows he's in the 8th end. He's got to score a bunch to stay in this game, so taking a big risk.
A little more. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Back a little less. A little less. Give me the right foot.
Okay.
If he makes this, we might have a contender for the original 16 shot of the game. Or moment of the game, sorry. Coming back to the veteran experience we talked about earlier. He's been in these high pressure situations before. Last rock here in the 8th end. Rob Johnson for a chance at a bunch.
Yep. Fucking moved.
Just gonna catch the red in the back.
Yeah. That's enough.
Score 2 for Team Johns or Team Kiist. Gonna bring it to 11-4.
Outside, over curl. You good? Yeah, I think so.
We'll be back just after a few short commercials. Or I'm mistaken, we have handshakes here. It's going to be a 11-4 final for Team Kiist. A great game from the young Kiist team, and a great second half from Rob Johnson as his rink. Now, I believe we have the opportunity and the privilege to do the original 16 moment of the game, and after talking between breaks, I think Noah Masonwood pumping up the crowd and the big flex he had might be our moment of the game. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, I think so for sure. He's throwing in a little bit of wrestling moves there to get the crowd going. Kids loved it.
A little bit of Shawn Michaels energy there. So thank you for commentating with me. I had a ton of fun, and we will wrap up our broadcast here. Remember, anyone listening, that if you stick with the game, Curling Stadium will automatically bring you over to the game on the other sheet. But yeah, for now, that's us, and thanks again. We'll go back into the commercials and see you guys next draw.
Thanks, Rhett. Nice talking with you. Have a good day.